Shelley, the TNA World Tag Team Champions, the Motor City Machine Guns.
How about this past Sunday at Final Resolution, Full Metal Mayhem? How'd the guns look to you, Mike? Man, they look awesome to me.
Motor City Machine Guns coming off that incredible win. Full Metal Mayhem at Final Resolution when they beat Generation Me to keep the tag team gold. And here comes Beer Money as well. We're going to have James Storm, Robert Roode head out to the broadcast table, Taz. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds awesome to me. That's great. Storm and Roode, big fans of these two.
Whoa. And the entrance and music of Beer Money obviously caught the attention of the TNA World Tag Team Champions, Motor City Machine Guns. That enables Gunner and Murphy to come from behind, and that attack even before the opening bell is James Storm.
That's a headphone. Just get that 10 gallons, more like an 8 gallon.
Go on my. It's like a 6 gallon.
Well, you come out here, you don't bring beers for the crew. What's up?
What's wrong? Look like you had enough beer there,
Easy. Slow down now. Relax, there, mister. Relax.
Hey, you know what you call a woman with just 2 front teeth?
No, what?
A bottle opener. Becky Bucky teeth.
Oh,
she was pretty. I love her.
Yes, we've got James Storm at the broadcast table, no doubting it out. First off, congratulations, Final Resolution Sunday. Beer Money right back in the TNA World Tag Team title picture. Big win over Inc. You're now the #1 contenders.
Big win. We went out there and did exactly what we're going to do. We're like Nostradamus. We can predict the future. And we're going to get back to tag team titles.
I mean, you've got to be feeling the pressure. Eric Bischoff, what the words that he had for Immortal and talking about all the tag teams and all the singles championships, all the gold has got to come back to Immortal. He's got to put pressure on you and Robert Roode.
I don't know what I'm feeling, but it ain't pressure. You know what I mean?
You might be feeling a little lightheaded. That could be it. Well, anyway, I mean, I think to Mike's point, you know, he's trying to get out here that, look, you got Gunner and Murphy there, obviously out here. They're going to wear down. That's their goal, right? To wear down the machine guns for yourself and Robert.
That's exactly what Robert paid his hard-earned money for, was to hire Gunner and Murphy to go out there and do our dirty work.
Well, who better than a couple of goons and thugs like Gunner and Murphy? I think it's a great idea, great game plan.
Exactly. I mean, look at these guys. They're 2 big guys.
Yes, they're big. They're definitely big.
And you look at the machine guns, they remind me of like a nice little 6-pack of Zima. You just want to drink them up.
It's all about the 6-pack view. But and talk about the machine guns. You got to wonder the physical condition of the machine guns after this past Sunday. They went through Full Metal Mayhem. They cannot be 100% either.
Who cares if they're 100%? Look at them. They're 2 pieces of garbage. That's how we look at them.
Gotcha. Subtle.
Yeah, but think of what we've seen from the Motor City Machine Guns, this recent rivalry with Generation Me, that empty arena match on Reaction, Full Metal Mayhem, this past Sunday at Final Resolution. This is a different Motor City Machine Guns team.
Come on, look at them. These are 2 boys in a man's world. They're holding our belts for us.
Well, I'll tell you, speaking for you guys, it's that Gunner and Murphy, I mean, you got to admit, James, they're setting the table big time for Beer Money. They're setting the table for you guys.
I mean, these guys, they sit at home and they play on their little game consoles.
Guns, right?
And all. Yeah, exactly. They play their Nintendos or whatever it is. We're out lifting weights, drinking beers, beating people up in bars. Those belts are ours, not those 2 little punks.
All right, well, you're going to get that opportunity at Genesis, correct? At the pay-per-view, you're going to get that opportunity at the tag team titles and the machine guns.
Oh, and how about Chris Sabin trying to get a comeback rolling for the Motor City Machine Guns. Sabin on absolute fire here, taking down both Gunner and Murphy repeatedly.
James, what is it like dealing with the speed and quickness and the athleticism all kidding aside of the machine guns?
They can jump around, they can do their flips and flops all they want, but the problem is what goes up must come down, and when they come down,
Well, do you have any respect? Do you and Robin have any respect for the machine? Because you have a big rivalry with these guys.
No, we don't have no respect at all for these guys.
Oh, that's cool. All right. Sometimes in battle, you start respecting an opponent, but I appreciate that.
Oh. Disqualification, that nightstick brought into play. Gunner and Murphy, and Guns aren't afraid to use the Billy Club, are they?
What the hell's he doing?
Showing some violent side right there of Shelley. Wow, you don't see this side of the guns much, huh? Look at this. What are you, James?
Come on. What do you think, James?
James, you're with us.
A little bit of a concerned look on the face of James Storm as well as Robert Roode.
Yeah, you want some? Come on, little boy.
More vicious, more violent side
What are you
of
doing?
the Guns.
You be looking at us.
for a shot at the Motor City Machine Guns for the TNA World Tag Team titles. But beer money, you better be careful what they wish for.
Jeff Hardy kind of ran up the ramp. Van Dam, he wants Jeff Hardy big time. Speaking of big, here comes Matt Morgan. So, look, it's obviously, it'd be a great Christmas gift if Motor City Machine Guns team can get the win for them. Because I look at it like this match here, Matt Morgan and Rob Van Dam, they're kind of like a good offensive line right now for the quarterback who should be Motor City Machine Guns. They got to protect the Guns title.
Double team move. Beer money going to fire the blueprint off into the ropes. Oh, just bust right through Storm and Roode. And levels both of them with the big cross-body block. And the clotheslines for Roode.
Not often you see a 7-footer pull the blueprint through a high cross-body block.
So physically gifted is the blueprint Matt Morgan, set to face Mr. Anderson for the #1 contendership to the TNA World Heavyweight title upcoming on January 9 at Genesis.
I'll tell you what, I think that these teams are very evenly matched from a physical standpoint, really. Oh, look at that big-time power right there by Matt Morgan. He's the big monster of their team, and Abyss is the big monster of Beer Money's team.
I mean, someone the size of Robert Roode to just toss him overhead that way with the fall-away slam, that is damn impressive.
Well, here comes one half of the tag team champions, Chris Sabin of the Machine Guns.
I mean, think if you're a part of Team Beer Money. You go from dealing with the big physical presence of the 7-footer, the blueprint Matt Morgan, to now having to deal with the high-risk offense of a team like the Motor City Machine Guns.
Shelley's the legal man. He tagged himself in. Excellent chemistry between the Guns. That's the reason why. Look at these two guys, man. That is the reason why they are the tag team champions.
Whoa, quick pin attempt here by Shelley as the Guns try early on to ensure that they're going to keep the tag team gold.
See, I got to assume that, shot to the gut. I was looking at Jeff Hardy wanting to get a piece of Alex Shelley. And the first thought that popped in my head, I would assume that someone like Jeff Hardy was a big influence on the careers of the Machine Guns and their style. Because of the way Hardy's style was, and still is.
I don't think there could be any doubt about that as James Storm out of the corner with that drop-down style neck breaker on Shelley, and you can see Team Motor City Machine Guns, everybody involved, hanging over the ring ropes from the apron, extending their hands into the ring.
There's so many Christmas parties going on this time of year, as everybody knows, holiday parties. There's a good chance that James Storm probably had a little beer in his eggnog tonight.
You think?
Oh, there's no party going on when the Abyss is in the ring. That is just a monster.
Huge size, edge, and advantage for Team Beer Money on display here with the 6'8", 350 Abyss.
Crippling body shot, Mike. Sorry.
Midsection, I don't blame you.
Just a simple body shot uppercut, just crush Alex Shelley. Oh, look at Andrew Thomas.
Intimidation factor.
Yeah, good thing he's wearing black pants.
Squashed in the corner.
He's wearing pants.
Yeah, as Abyss charges in. And now going to turn things over to the World Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Hardy.
Well, Jeff Hardy is a man that's been loved for years by fan base.
Look at Van Dam.
Van Dam is just, how bad does Rob want to get his hands on TNA World Champion Jeff Hardy.
Months and months he's been waiting to do it. Would you say August?
Yeah, August. And Jeff Hardy, everything he does, he just spat right on Van Dam.
Just infuriating RVD even further.
And I was trying to say was everything that Hardy was doing, he kept looking at Van Dam, and look at how quick Hardy tags out to get Abyss back in there.
Hardy's so proud, so happy with himself, while RVD he stews on the apron, and Abyss and Team Beer Money continue the dominance. Alex Shelley, you're on the wrong side of town.
Sure is, cornered big time. I mean, it's looking good right now for Beer Money. Maybe right here tonight to capture the TNA World Tag Team titles.
It's a rarity, Taz, that you see the tag team titles at stake in an 8-man tag match, but that is the case.
Sorry, man. You got to trust your partners immensely. That was my point about the offensive line and the football analogy, which I thought was very cool, by the way.
Not bad.
Thanks, Mike.
Series of shots, the rights and the lefts from Shelley, cut off with that big blow to the back by Abyss. And again, when Eric Bischoff lays down the law like he has to Immortal, bringing all the gold, tag team, and singles championship belts to Immortal to maintain the power and control that they have. That's putting the pressure on Team Beer Money.
I agree. When we had Beer Money...
Whoa, watch his cover here, Roode.
Recently, we had Beer Money in the announce booth with us here, and you pointed that question, I believe, to James Storm, correct?
Correct.
And you know, that was a good question on your point, on your part, I should say, about the pressure. Because I agree with you. Eric Bischoff definitely telling Immortal up the game.
Someone with the power of Eric Bischoff talks about the potential and the possibility for replacing individuals in Immortal based on wins and losses and bringing championship belts to himself, to Hulk Hogan, and to Ric Flair. Yeah. It's got to be high pressure.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, Eric Bischoff's right. He's savvy enough. He's smart enough. I mean, he understands, and he's correct. Championships bring talent, and that's what Bischoff wanted, was all the championships by the Genesis pay-per-view.
And the Enziguri kick that just connected.
Oh, yeah,
from Shelley to the back of Storm. Can that be the thing that turns it around and gets somebody from Team Motor City Machine Guns that's fresh into the battle?
Alex Shelley has been singled out as a sacrificial lamb. Now he's got to try and tag in either Van Dam, Sabin, or Morgan. Look at that. Hardy just bringing Shelley back towards his corner, forcing his teammates to watch.
And while Hardy has Shelley in a bad way, well, you can just see Van Dam on the apron just dying to get in. And ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time that we have for Impact. With this 8-man match with the World Tag Team titles at stake, it continues next on Reaction.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing, first of all, accompanied to the ring by his tag team partner, James Storm. He is one half of Beer Money, Robert Roode.
Taz, let's take everybody back 7 days to Impact from last week when the unique 8-man tag between Team Beer Money and Team Motor City Machine Guns was for the Guns TNA World Tag Team titles.
Well, the Machine Guns were able to retain their tag team titles when Sabin captured the victory on Beer Money's Robert Roode.
And now, introducing their opponent. First of all, he is one half of the TNA World Tag Team Champions, accompanied to the ring by Alex Shelley. He is Chris Sabin.
And that deadline that Taz talked about is our Genesis pay-per-view event. Confidence has to be on the side, though, of Chris Sabin in this singles matchup, coming off the victory over Robert Roode last week in the 8-man tag. But then at the same time, Taz, you think of the motivation for Robert Roode, not only the chance for personal revenge, but also send a message to the TNA World Tag Team Champions for the world title match upcoming at Genesis, Beer Money, Motor City Machine Guns.
Well, I mean, the way a thinking man's wrestler or a thinking wrestler would look at this, and that's exactly what Robert Roode is. It's an excellent opportunity to possibly injure or weaken one half of the team you're going to face at Genesis, and half of the team that's, you know, half of the champions.
And when Eric Bischoff tells you to win all the titles, all the TNA championships by any means necessary, you know, play right into those hands, wouldn't it?
That sounded when Eric Bischoff said that like a basically, you know, listen, got to get it done. It's a direct order, got to get it done. There's no ifs and buts, or there's going to be consequences. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but that's more or less the deal.
Just amazing watching the overall athletic agility, ability of Chris Sabin, able to escape from Roode, but then physical presence of Robert Roode with the shoulder block, and that's one of the advantages that he has.
Well, Robert Roode, and also, Mike, as you know very well, you know, Robert Roode has had, you know, before the formation of Beer Money, an excellent singles career, correct?
Great point. Chris Sabin, primarily a tag team wrestler with Alex Shelley for the better part of, well, the past 5+ years.
Right now, Chris Sabin had control with an arm bar on Robert Roode. You know, Sabin giving up. Definitely some poundage here, as opposed to the word weight.
Well, swing and a miss with the right hand, and Sabin able to answer lighten up the chest of Roode. But the quick reversal sends Sabin to the corner. Watch that float over.
Look at that deep, high arm drag. Controlling again, Robert Roode, who's usually very point on. Sabin one step ahead of Roode.
You will recall that Beer Money, James Storm, Robert Roode joined us at the broadcast table when Immortal sent out Gunner and Murphy, their goon squad, for, well, it was a match, but it was more of an effort to try and injure the Motor City Machine Guns. We saw a more violent, more vicious side of the guns. They use those nightsticks.
Mike, look at this, Mike.
Oh, Sabin springboard into the crossbody.
Just looks effortless. Amazing. The way Sabin, as you pointed out earlier, his athletic ability, going caution at the win, night in and night out.
And Sabin able to roll Roode back in and go for the quick cover with a near leg hook for 2. That more violent side of the guns, I think judging by the look on the face of Beer Money when they joined us at the broadcast table, showed me some concern for Roode and Storm.
Well, Motor City Machine Guns, I like the fact that they're bringing out that violent side. They know they are the hunted. They are the hunted, and that comes from the head of Immortal, one of the heads, and Eric Bischoff wants all the gold, as we pointed out. Here comes a springboard, I think. Well, got counted though, Mike.
Yeah, you thought so, and so did Roode. Saw it coming, and then powers Sabin face first right into the canvas.
I get it, man. I thought that miscue by Chris Sabin might be enough for Robert Roode to grab the victory.
Roode going to try and take advantage of the situation. Puts the boots to Sabin and now drives the boot directly across the throat. Referee Jackson James trying to break Roode.
I mean, in the world of tag team wrestling, you know, here in TNA, I mean, listen, there's been quite the rivalry between Beer Money and the Machine Guns. So, I mean, this thing is just going to basically pick up and or continue. Well, Genesis, look at this.
Roode shoulders down, but just 2. Inside out goes Sabin as a result of the clothesline. Roode right on top, covering a leg hook, and no, another near fall.
Well, that's a testament to the toughness of Chris Sabin being able to kick out of that super tight clothesline. And now look at this, Robert Roode grounding Sabin, and that's exactly what you want to do with someone like Sabin. He's such a high flyer with this rear chin lock, keeping Sabin on the mat, Mike.
You talked about the familiarity between the two teams. Beer Money, Motor City Machine Guns. When it comes to that tag title match at Genesis, potentially it's the team that's able to vary the offense, come up with something new, that has that opportunity to walk away from Genesis on January the 9th with the World Tag Team titles. Head of steam for Roode. Sabin saw that coming as well. Right behind him, caught him with the forearm, and then another one.
Yeah, quick Sabin can follow up. His transitions are so fast and so quick. There's no time to counter it. Look at that.
Snaps it off.
Wow. Sabin now going where he's most comfortable. So I thought he was going to climb to the top. Instead, he's going to springboard. Clothesline.
Follow pin.
James Storm on the outside. Good chance he's bombed. Like he was trying to get in the ring. And
Good chance.
Yeah. Look at him. My man there. Now Robert Roode stopping Sabin for, like he went for a high crotch. Not sure what Sabin wanted to do. Standing switch by Roode.
Roode going to try and roll him up here. Momentum goes through. I think Roode's got a hold of the tights, but
look at that. Look at that. He's got him.
Sensational reversal. Oh.
Nice kick out by Roode. It's a Fury.
Hit drilled him. This should do it. 2. Is that James Storm outside? Of course it was. Interfering with the count by hooking onto the leg and foot of the referee, Jackson James.
Right now, let's see. We're more or less in the fourth quarter here. That was a
full speed ahead.
Running kick right to the face. Well, the Machine Gun's always shooting, baby, and that was just a nasty kick.
Out to the apron goes Sabin. Looks like he's going to go springboard again. Oh, went for that tornado DDT. That's the move that he just beat Roode with. This time Roode has an answer. Counters, hits the double R spine buster, and gets the 3 count.
The winner of the match, Robert Roode.
Well, that is a huge victory in my opinion, and I think James Storm would agree with me. with a team of Beer Money, even though it was a singles match, that definitely will help your confidence and your momentum going into Genesis.
Beer Money with that confidence, momentum on their side when they challenge the Motor City Machine Guns for the World Tag Team titles January 9 at Genesis. They are on a mission to hold all the gold. They want possession of every championship belt here in TNA, and we know that's because the title belts equal power and control.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let me wish each and every one of you, on behalf of Immortal, a very, very, very happy New Year. In 3 days, Genesis will be upon us. And as the name implies, Genesis isn't the end of anything. It's the beginning of everything. Not only for Immortal, but for each and every one of you fans. For every athlete associated with TNA in any way, shape, or form. For any prospect, any young wrestler hoping to become one of what stands before you in the middle of this ring. Genesis is that beginning. Now, I know some of you may think because I put a bounty on each and every title that we currently don't have, and I put some heavy-duty pressure on our Immortal team to acquire those titles, I want you to know that that is just the competitive nature in me. That's all that it is. There will be no underhandedness, no chicanery, nothing that wouldn't stand up to the scrutiny of a friggin' judge or a team of attorneys in Dallas or anybody else. We're going to do it the right way. Now, with that in mind, tonight will be a night of champions. And with that being said, I want to introduce some very important champions here in TNA. So, gentlemen, let's make them feel comfortable. Let's make them feel at home. First, please come to the ring, the X Division champion, phenomenal athlete he is, Mr. Jay Lethal.
See AJ's face behind Bischoff when he said phenomenal? AJ's like, phenomenal?
Well, there's Jay Lethal, who recently regained the X Division Championship for a 6th time. He defends this Sunday versus Kazarian.
Well, I'll tell you what, you got it. If I'm Jay Lethal right now, I don't know if you want to get in that ring. I understand that Eric Bischoff saying everything's all good in the hood right now, and everything's fine. We just want whatever he's going to do, talk.
No underhandedness?
Yeah, I don't know.
What about chicanery?
Tomfoolery, forgot about that.
You have an Impact Zone full of witnesses, a national television audience, and an international television audience as witnesses. I give you my word, with judges and attorneys watching, you're going to be fine. Now, please, get into the ring.
Bischoff's words is bond. Get in the ring, Jay.
However, I can't promise you that I can control Immortal if you're going to act like that. Now, you're a champion. Act like one, please, sir. Sir, please come into the ring. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the TNA World Tag Team Champions, Motor City Machine Guns!
Recognized as the best tag team in the world today. But keep in mind, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, they have beer money on deck this Sunday at Genesis when they will defend the TNA World Tag Team titles.
Those are a major opportunity, major championships for the tag team titles, as is the X Division title. For beer money to possibly capture this Sunday at Genesis. That would be huge, huge for this faction known as Immortal.
Guys. And last but not least, the World Television Champion, international superstar, and one hell of an athlete, Mr. Doug Williams.
I tell you, I commend Eric Bischoff for the nice introductions he's given to these champions, and rightfully so.
Here's the man who took the title from AJ Styles last month at Final Resolution, and AJ Styles will get his return match for the TNA TV title this Sunday at Genesis.
Yeah, you can see those steel blue eyes of AJ Styles looking right at Doug Williams, or maybe he's looking at the championship that was once his.
Gentlemen, thank you all for trusting me, for having the courage to come to the ring under these unique circumstances, but I want to assure you that you are all champions in the eyes of not only these fans, but each and every one of Immortal recognize that those belts that you wear so proudly, you earned. No one gave them to you. You earned those titles. Although we may have differences and different agendas from time to time, first and foremost, you are a TNA champion, and nothing is more important than that. And I want to assure you, we respect you for that. And I want to assure you that at Genesis, everyone is looking forward to nothing less than 5-star matches from each and every one of you. Yes, you'll be defending those titles. Yes, I've made it clear that Immortal wants those titles, but it doesn't mean, damn it, that we can't have one of the best pay-per-views in the histories of pay-per-views, because you guys have the ability to deliver it, and so do they. And that's, by God, what we're going to do. No tricks, no games, no BS. Just great matches. And what's important to me, in the spirit of fairness and the discretion that I have, I want to give you, each of you, the opportunity to sharpen your competitive skills, to make sure that you are finely tuned machines in 3 days at Genesis. So Jay Lethal, tonight, you're going to be facing the Monster Abyss. Motor City Machine Guns. I'll get to you in a moment. But Doug Williams, I can't think of a better challenge for you. The Freak Rob Terry.
Newest member of Immortal.
And now, our tag team champions. This is one I've been waiting to spring all night. You're going to be facing AJ Styles and Kazarian. Now, gentlemen, I know how you're feeling. As I said, in the spirit of sportsmanship and what those titles mean to all of us. Gentlemen, please shake hands. Please shake hands. Give it up, boys. Give it up.
Please don't shake their hand. Be a man. Be a man.
You have my word. Gentlemen, straight up, straight up. Come on, we have to get this show on the road. We have to get the show to run. Shake hands. Let's get to the match. Oh, gentlemen, gentlemen, gentlemen. Gentlemen, this is not what we discussed. This is not at all what we talked about. There will be fines. Gentlemen, I will fine you. I will. Whoa, 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 whoa.
The trap was set by Eric Bischoff. Here comes, RVD down to the ring. Oh, taking out Gunner and Murphy both.
Van Dam trying to help all the TNA champions and just clear out Immortal.
Bischoff, week after week, you're just delaying the inevitable, and you need to know this, because I'm ready to quit playing these games just as soon as you're ready to put your so-called champion in the ring with me. Now tell me right now, Eric Bischoff, who is my opponent at Genesis? Tell me right now.
I'll tell you when I'm damn good and ready.
Nah, you know what, Eric? I am going to find out who my opponent is tonight, even if I have to beat it out of your manipulative little ass.
Wow. You want some more him? You want some more of this? He's a meat grinder of your frickin' hamburger. He'll kill you. He'll kill you if I ask him to. You'll be a dead man. You'll be a dead man. You hesitate, you want more, you'll get more.
Will we find out who RVD's opponent is this Sunday at Genesis? Or will Van Dam have to beat it out of Bischoff?
For what?
And Kurt Angle, he closed the loophole. It's Jeff Jarrett. It's Kurt Angle. It's the exhibition this Sunday at Genesis.
The following contest is a non-title tag team matchup. Introducing, first of all, representing Fortune. They are the team of the phenomenal AJ Styles and Kazarian.
With Immortal totally focused on holding all the championships in TNA, their plan for tonight, crystal clear. Soften up all the defending title holders just 3 days prior to Genesis, and that plan begins now for the phenomenal AJ Styles and his tag team partner Kazarian.
And now, introducing their opponents. They are the team of the TNA World Tag Team Champions, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, the Motor City Machine Guns.
Well, you might recall, Immortal tried this plan a few weeks back. They sicked the Goon Squad, Gunner and Murphy, on the guns. Didn't work out like Immortal hoped, but now opposition, world-class athletes.
That's what I'm saying. No disrespect to Gunner and Murphy, but Gunner and Murphy are not AJ Styles and Kazarian. And you see the guns right out. Oh,
wow.
My God!
Double suicide dive.
The guns right out of the box before the match even started. Attack Kazarian and AJ Styles was at the top of Impact. You know, Eric Bischoff, well, he didn't really break his word, but Immortal broke his word for Eric because they attacked all the champions.
Styles rolled in, and the guns go double team. Sabin and Shelley, they've got a plan of their own, and they're working it to perfection. AJ's head and face exposed. Sabin drills him with the kick. Sabin the quick cover, and, oh, just one.
I mean, what a way to kick off the new year right here in Impact. This is an awesome, awesome tag team contest between the champions, the Machine Guns, and AJ Styles and Kazarian. I'll tell you, I mean, just see AJ's face when you can see his reaction. When Jay Lethal came out, once Eric Bischoff introduced Jay Lethal, he called him phenomenal. It was kind of, you know, Bischoff's been for the past several weeks just kind of sticking it, verbally.
Whoa. Kazarian interferes from the outside. AJ tries to take advantage. How is it that Eric always singles out AJ Styles in terms of criticism? Week after week, I mean, and think about it. Nobody can turn up the pressure cooker like Eric Bischoff.
No doubt, but hey, listen, Eric Bischoff, when he put down the credo and he said to Immortal, you all need to step up. We need all the championships because we need all the power. We need it done by Genesis. He singled, Eric Bischoff singled out AJ Styles, called him the chosen one. That's why I think Bischoff's doing that. He expects so much out of AJ.
Obviously, still concerns for Immortal about that injunction against Hulk Hogan to be involved in any kind of TNA business decisions or matters. Kazarian just that leg drop. Here we go. Cover and just able to get Shelley in for the save.
Mike, what's it going to be like this Sunday? Kazarian versus Jay Lethal for the X Division title. I mean, that is going to be something special.
Boy, that baby's going to be off the charts. Got to agree with you there. And, you know, just thinking back to that Thanksgiving night, Dixie Carter brought that injunction to Immortal, and boy, Eric Bischoff certainly worried about the scrutiny of the judge in Texas as Styles just drilled Sabin right in the head.
Well, it could change. I mean, you know, what's going on, whatever with... Whoa. With Dixie Carter's attorneys and the judge in Texas, Eric knows. He knows the consequences. I mean, it could change the complete landscape here in TNA to back to where it was. Who knows? That could happen. And I would assume Eric Bischoff is panicked over that. And if I was him, I would be too.
Also later tonight, Eric Bischoff said we're going to let the champions sharpen their competitive skills. Baloney. Jay Lethal has got to face a 6'8", 350-pound monster abyss. That explosive clothesline by Sabin might turn this in the Gun's favor. Plus, they're going to put the freak Rob Terry, newest acquisition, against the TV champ Doug Williams.
Well, right now, turning point in the match. Chris Sabin's got to tag in Alex Shelley, his partner. He needs it right now. Here we go. Shelley's legal, and so is Styles.
And they meet in mid-ring with quite an exchange, punctuated by the knife-edge chop of all things to the chest of Styles. Usually it's AJ.
Yeah, I know.
Because of Ric Flair. Quickness of Shelley, just amazing.
This is why it's going to be a handful for Beer Money this Sunday as they challenge. They take on the champions, the Motor City Machine Guns. But guns are just a phenomenal, amazing part of the term phenomenal. That's AJ. True.
Let's just say they're the best tag team in wrestling.
That works. Oh, looked like he was trying to do Doug Williams' move. The rolling chaos. That's what AJ was doing.
Obviously trying to send a message to his opponent in the TV title match. AJ, going to go inverted DDT, but no!
This is amazing. Brainbuster.
He dropped him on his head. This could got him, too. Kazarian in for the save. Oh, just before the 3.
That was a sick brainbuster, man.
Whoa! Kazarian tossed way over the top and down to the floor by Shelley. AJ up, gonna try and swing the title belt.
Well,
backfires. Watch this. Sliced bread. Dropped him on his head again. Stack him up. Get 2. He got him.
The winners of the match, the Motor City Machine Guns.
I mean, AJ Styles starting to incorporate the one of the tag team titles into this thing,
and the Guns win this non-title matchup. Sabin and Shelley with the victory over AJ Styles and Kazarian.
Oh, they won this one, Ken. They win the big one this Sunday when their titles are on the line, when the Guns championships are on the line against Beer Money this Sunday at Genesis.
And here comes Eric Bischoff. Puts on the brakes at the top of the ramp.
Doesn't look too happy. Oh, there's speaking of Beer Money.
Here comes Beer Money down. Attack from behind by James Storm, Robert Roode on the Motor City Machine Guns. And, well, if this match previously didn't soften them up, this is certainly their intention now.
Well, that's obviously the intent here. Meanwhile, you see Bischoff, I mean, you got to assume he's just staring that hole right towards AJ Styles. I mean, I'm just assuming this, that I think that's where his disappointment is on that man right there, AJ Styles, because he was the one who did not, he's the one who lost the match. Well, will that be the scene this Sunday, man, at Genesis? Will Beer Money be the new tag team champs?
And Bischoff's reaction tells me, AJ Styles, you better win the TV title this Sunday or else.